Ooh, yeah, listen here, Mean Gene. There's one thing you gotta understand. Question of the day is, what game do you like to see more about a theme that you loved growing up that might maybe make you want to play it no matter what? Because that one game's gonna rise to the top.
Oh yeah, baby. Here's the one thing you gotta understand. Pumpkinhead, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes is gonna get in there and get that bionic elbow like a working man. Ric Flair, coming for you.
Hey yo, taking a little survey here. Did you come here to see WCW? Or did you come to see the NWO?
Let me tell you something, brother. There's only gonna be one man left standing in that ring, and Mean Gene, that man's gonna be Hollywood Hulk Hogan for life.
So most importantly, what comes in this box? Well, you get 30 different Legends cards, and obviously this is where the meat of the game is, are these different characters. Let's show you. I'm gonna just show you really quickly all 30. If you see somebody you love, let me know in the comments who your favorite of these that you see are. And we're gonna go through them really quick. We got Jerry the King Lawler. That's crazy. You got Everybody's Got a Price, $1 Million Man. In fact, that's what his quote is at the bottom. One thing I wanna show you real quick, the anatomy of these cards. You have some basic information about the character. Great picture. $1 Million belt, baby. This up here is the damage. That's how much damage they can take before they get tossed over the ropes naturally. You can also toss them over the ropes with a special effect. Now, his special signature move will go over here to the left. This would be the $1 Million Dream. We'll talk about that in a second, but that's the anatomy of all these cards is the same, except they have different health. Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, come on, fantastic. Perfect Plex. Everybody put a fisherman suplex on their friend. Let's just face it. Kurt Angle, Booker T, oh yes, spin a Rooney all day. Can you dig that, sucker? Trust me, Jake the Snake Roberts. Bret the Hitman Hart, come on. Eddie Guerrero, Lie, Cheat, and Steal, he's such a phenomenal talent. Batista, still popular today. Shawn Michaels, Sweet Chin Music, tuning up that band, baby. Yes, I mean, do we really have to say anything else? And signature move, chokeslam, is it though? Should it be the Tombstone? I know, pile drivers are dangerous. Outsider's Edge, excuse me, Razor's Edge, because this is the Razor Ramon version of Scott Hall. Andre the Giant. Anybody want a peanut? Figure 4 leg lock. Ric Flair, come on, baby. Mark Henry, World's Strongest Man, that's what I do. Sting, Showtime, folks. I mean, this version of Sting, I don't think ever said it Showtime, folks, but okay. Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, baby. Bionic Elbow. He's a honky tonk man, baby. Junkyard Dog, baby. JYD, grab them cakes and don't be late. JYD is a phenomenal talent. Ravishing Rick Rude, vastly underrated. The man, the myth, the legend. What you gonna do, brother? British Bulldog. You're gonna feel the bite of my British Bulldog. That was not British at all. Diesel. I don't want Diesel. I want Kevin. I don't want Kevin. I want Diesel. You'll know that if you're watching Something to Wrestle. Have a nice day. The Ultimate Warrior, man. We all grew up watching that. Face paint wanted to do it. The Macho Man. Iron Sheik. I must humble you, baby. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Come on. Who else? We got Goldberg here. And then last but not least, ho! Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Now, what's cool about it is, I'll go through these really quickly. I'm not going to show you everybody's, but I just will show you that everybody has their signature move as a separate special card. And I'll show you the regular cards, but it's just a normal move that does special stuff. So World's Strongest Slam does 4 damage and nothing else, whereas the Ultimate Warrior's Gorilla Press Slam, it does 3 damage, and if it hits, you must reveal their hand, choose any number of cards to be discarded. So you can get rid of some of their defense cards, etc. Batista Bomb, leg drop. My gosh, look at the height on that, right as he's about to kill Ric Flair. I believe that's WCW. But Shake, Rattle, and Roll, Outsider's Edge, Bear Hug, Jackknife Powerbomb. Surprised it didn't kill more people. Spear, Sweet Chin Music, Mandible Claw, Flying Elbow, Drop. I don't know why that's not called a Big Elbow. I could have sworn it was called a Big Elbow. Anyway, there's the Bionic Elbow for that matter. The Choke Slam. Okay, well, whatever. 3-point stance, clothesline. You got the Stone Cold Stunner, of course. Figure 4 leg lock, does 4 damage. Thank you. Stinger Splash, one of my favorite moves of all time. 4 damage, can't be blocked or dodged. Excellent, excellent move. Now, basically, though, what you're going to be doing on your turn is you're going to have a hand of 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There will be a certain amount of legends dealt out based on player count. Now, while you are a legend at the beginning of the game, you will most likely not end the game with the same legend you started with. Because it is a Royal Rumble, more people are going to be coming in, and you will take the place of those characters, much like if you've ever played a wrestling video game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are cards that you're going to use to attack. You will choose an attack card, which could be a move, a strike, or a kick, and a boost card if you have one. So a corkscrew, power bomb, which, my gosh, that sounds vicious. I would select this, which only has a speed of 1. The corkscrew adds a speed of 1 to it, so this is a speed of 2. I'll put this face down, and when it comes around to my turn, I will point these at one of the other players. That's who I'm attacking. The rest of these cards all do different things, you know, different effects at the bottom. Speed is right here, damage is right there. But what's going to happen is we're going to reveal and then do the attacks based on speed count. Now, if this hits, this will do 5 damage to an enemy. And here's what I love. This is one of my favorite things, is how this actually stacks up. You stack these next to the character to show the damage. Doesn't that look great? Thoughtful little piece right there. If they ever get more damage than they have health, they immediately go over the top ropes unless there's a special card to stop that. There are other cards that you can use, special cards. This would be distract the ref. So a ref card stops moves that are illegal, and I will show you an illegal card right here if I can find one. Like a steel chair is illegal. Let's see. They'll have this symbol on the top right there. Aren't a ton of them, but when you do them, they're pretty interesting. Well, oh, come on. Silliness. Absolutely silliness if I can't find one right this second. But a steel chair would be one. Here we go. So chopping someone's head off the side of the apron, that's an illegal move. If you see that symbol, someone can play the ref card to stop that from happening. You could then play the distract the ref card to stop that. Some of the other special cards are things like block, holding on. You can actually help someone stay in even if it's not yours, so that you can be the one that takes the win off of them. There are lots of punches and kicks and things that will add to the damage when you do them, but there's also there's blocks, there's finish them off. This is where you can play this and add on, and if they take a certain amount of damage, you can just throw them over even if they haven't hit their threshold. You can dodge, which means you choose someone else to take the attack from someone else. This one's great. Intervene is when you pop up in the middle of someone else's fight, you distract them, and you either play your signature against the attacker or the defender. But that's going to continue until everyone except one person is out. Now, here's what you must decide as a player group in your own home, playing with your friends. The rule book says that the winner is the last person standing, which technically is true. The wrestler who's the last person standing is, in fact, the winner of the Royal Rumble. However, you and your group have to decide if you're playing seriously or not. Does it make sense for the last person to be in the match actually be the winner, or does it make more sense for the person who's captured most people, knocked them out? Now, technically, if you're playing by the rules of a Royal Rumble, last person standing is the winner, and yet you always talk about, man, Diesel eliminated 12 people in the 1995 Royal Rumble. So that's how the rulebook states it, is the last one in is the winner, and then the person who eliminates the most gets bragging rights. Technically, if you want to say that you have 2 different types of winners or win conditions and each of them matters, you can say that, or you can just go, hey, this is a fun, silly game and we're going to play it with our friends. But that is how you play Royal Rumble. Well, that's it. That's all there is to Royal Rumble. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Let me fix this real quick. Get it? See? Anyway. Okay, so enough of that, right? I mean, here we are. We're taking a look at Royal Rumble. This is obviously one of my favorite themes of all time. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I love classic wrestling. I'm a huge mark for classic wrestling. But we are trying to take a look at the merits of this game on its own as a game about a game, right? Not so much that I love the theme and I kind of bypass a lot of things. I'm not usually a take that person, but I am a big, you're going to do this and then I'm going to stop that and you're going to stop me stopping that and I'm going to stop you stopping that, kind of like Cosmic Encounter, which is one of the biggest kind of mechanics that this game relies on. So let's talk about presentation and art. Obviously, it's nice because it shows images from the ring of actual moves. They're all accurate. They're all right. The font's neat. It looks very classic, 80s, 90s, WWE, WWF when I was growing up, right? It looks classic, right? That it looks nice. The moves combo, right? If you Irish whip into a back body drop, you can throw someone out of the ring, right? So the presentation works. It doesn't just look like they slapped on a theme. Also, there's the fact that the Legends choices are great. There's a lot of great Legends in here from all over the eras. You know, you got Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, some of the more, you know, kind of the new generation, but you also have, you know, Junkyard Dog, and you've got man, just so many of the classics, Iron Sheik, so many wrestlers to choose from that you love. I mean, there's 30, I believe, ripe for expansions, of course, of these classics. Now you've got Macho Man, Hogan, Warrior, everybody who I grew up watching and obviously and loved as a kid is in this game. So it's so much fun and nostalgia to see them represented there, and then to see the moves represented, which is nice. Shake, rattle, and roll, right? He's a honky tonk man, baby. But you've got all these in there, and it looks good. The game has that look of that blue ring. So art and presentation, yes, I know it's clips from reality, but I would rather have reality versus hand-drawn in this, or we'll end up with something like Firefly, the legendary game, right? I like the way this looks. Now, as far as the mechanics go, it gets a little hectic and chaotic, but let's talk first. Obviously, the choosing the cards and aiming, I think that's cool because it really does capture a Royal Rumble. It wouldn't work if this was like a tag team match, right? It wouldn't make as much sense, but because it's a Royal Rumble, and that's the whole point of the theme, it's crazy. It's chaotic. There's potentially 30 men in the ring at one time, or 20 or 10 even, but it's chaotic, it's crazy, and so you're aiming at who you're going to attack. Everybody kind of flips their cards up. You do it based on speed and resolve those attacks in order of speed. Ties break to the left of the person with the first player marker, and then if you happen to knock somebody out and other people are aiming at them, well, they're not there to knock out anymore, so you can't attack. Those people can't be attacked anymore. If you are going to be attacked, you get knocked out. If everybody else is aiming at you, well, then you get a reprieve as well. So it makes sense thematically. If you get thrown over the ropes, you don't just instantly jump into that spot. You got to come down the aisle still, or maybe the countdown comes down. Even so, it makes sense thematically because it is chaotic, because it is crazy. Now, where it is problematic, though, is there are a lot of times where your turn feels kind of wasted because you were either attacking someone who was getting waylaid, or you were getting waylaid yourself and you lost your attack. But where that matters is in the gameplay strategy. Yes, I said strategy. I know this is a quick mass market game and you think, well, how could it have any strategy? It's just slapdash. It's not. If you think, well, I've got a low speed and I can purposely play this on someone I know is going to still be in this match, you play it, and then you'll be the one that hits them. If you have super high speed, well, you try to knock someone else out. You actually do have to think through your turn and what you're going to do. You don't just randomly pick cards. I love the way that the ref cards work. I love the way that even if you're out, you're not out, you're technically outside the ring, distracting, tripping, pushing, pulling, cheating. I like the fact that you can block and dodge and move and misdirect and all this sort of stuff. I like the fact that Miss Elizabeth shows up to intervene, right? And then you hit your signature. I like the fact that you just can't hit your signature. You have to lead into it, maybe like a kick to the stomach into a stunner, right? I think that's really smart. So all in all, I enjoy the heck out of this game. Now you say, Brian, do you enjoy it because you're a big wrestling fan, and will the rest of us actually enjoy it? I mean, I know that taints my opinion a little bit because I just love the theme so much. And it really does capture the theme really well of a Royal Rumble, but I also know that if you like Cosmic Encounter, this is basically kind of a quicker version of Cosmic Encounter where you can still do the negotiator, like, hey, come on, get in with me, attack this person. And then you can cancel it, and you can card zap and Cosmic Zap, all that sort of stuff that I love in a game that is all about mayhem and craziness in card play. There's not so much take that, it's more of like, haha, really is what this should be called. So at the end of the day, I highly recommend this game. It's $20. It's fun. If you grew up a fan of wrestling at all, including Carla, you will enjoy this game. It's silly, it's fun, it's quick, and it's just interesting how the mechanics really do pull off a theme that is hard to pull off sometimes, basically slowing down a wrestling match into turn-based combat. This one does it and pulls it off. So I'm Brian Drake here on the Dice Tower. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, etc. at Dice Tower Brian. Until then, we'll see you, brother. Till next time, we'll see you. Ooh, yeah. Thank you. Woo!